Coming up next, Curry's Corner. The opinions expressed are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of B1039, Up North Radio, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Time for Curry's Corner with Pat Curry.
Hey, Jen, what about me?
And you too, Pete Kent. Sponsored by Big Rapids Pennzoil and Auto Repair, Seth Winger and the Winger Insurance Agency, 911 Restoration, Gilbert's Carpets Plus Color Tile, and Benton Baker of Big Rapids.
Now you're on.
Hey, good morning,
You were wondering
Bobby.
when you were going to be on.
Well, it's a blessed morning. Be fortunate that we're alive. There's a lot of them out there that passed on to the other world. Toby Keith, country singer, semi-pro football player. He tried out anyway. Great guy. He wrote some great music. He's kind of like an Alan Jackson, a Merle Haggard, and all in one, you know. And I love his. Probably my favorite song of all time is "I Love This Bar." We play it in Zot's Bar and Grill a lot. On Thursday nights, at least we play it once, maybe at the tail end again. But that guy was just an inspiration to a lot of people. You know, he did 30 concerts in 1 month when he came out with his first hit song because he didn't know if he'd ever get another one. Did you know that, Bob?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he got on the charts afterwards, though, didn't he? And I know Ryan Hansen was in this morning and touched about it a little bit there, and he said Kurt Peterson, that'd be Pete and Brenda's grandson, he flying down the backyard there and with his four-wheeler, and he was singing "I Want to Be a Cowboy," or should have been a cowboy song. So,
Good song,
and that
Pat.
kid's only 9 years old.
Yep, good
and,
song.
Toby Keith's influenced him, you know. And, you know, you get all these songs that with nasty words in them that we shouldn't repeat, but they put them on the radio.
Yeah.
They ought to be thrown right off radio, but Toby Keith's songs were all about life, weren't they?
They sure were. About America.
Yeah.
About
And
living the red dirt life.
yeah, Solo Cup.
Yeah.
Just so many. How many hits do you think he had?
Oh, good night.
33.
Did he have?
I don't
33?
know. It's
Yeah,
just
Pete-
a number
I
I'm
don't know.
throwing out.
Well, we'll come back to Toby, but
You get on your Google Do and find out.
Find out, yeah. But we're going to play that song in a little bit in memory of him, and along with maybe a couple others too this morning, Bob.
Yep.
Great American. He always believed in America.
Yeah. And
Waved
what
the
he
flag.
Did,
Yep.
What he did with the servicemen, you
Yep.
know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the soldier song. We ought to be playing that this morning.
Yep.
Gosh, what a hero he was to a lot of us. But only 62 years old. And I love this bar song was my number one, but the one I play every morning, and Penny can tell you because it drives her nuts, and a lot of people think it's a depressing
I'm a cowboy.
song. No, don't let the old man in. We're going to play that one too. I love that song. I play it every morning. It inspires me to get up because sometimes I don't feel so great. My back, maybe it's that bed I sleep in, but got a little ache and pain now and then. But Pete, I'm blessed to get up every morning, right?
Yeah. That's
you?
the way I feel. Oh, yeah. My knee, I had the knee surgery 7 weeks ago yesterday. Yeah. And, you know, my son-in-law said, Chris Zimmerman, he told me, he said, Pete, he had his done too. He said, you're going to wake up one morning and you're going to say, wow, my knee's okay. Mm-hmm. And that was yesterday morning.
Wow. Good for
so
you.
now I'm driving. So if you see that Mercedes on the road, be careful. Because I'm not saying I'm a good driver yet, but I did get stopped coming out of the school yesterday. I went over to Brookside, and here comes a beep, 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 beep. And it was Charlie Pippen. He just wanted to know how my knee was, but he was in the sheriff's car. And, you know, once he stopped, the dog started barking. He had the dog with him. But you know something, Pat? I think, I don't really think we thank our sponsors that well. I mean, we run their ads.
Well, don't put
and stuff.
we in there, just you.
I don't
You're
think
that.
I don't
That's
think
your
we
part.
really thank our sponsors. You know,
Well, let's do it.
A couple of guys I want to say hi to is Dave Baker, FedEx boys from Cadillac. They listen to us all the time, and the mayor in Big Rapids. He stops in the Curries every morning, has coffee. He's kind of cheap. He won't buy breakfast for the boys. And my one I just love to death is Jeannie Fribley. Ben Walworth, I think you might be down in Florida, but Mark Bellman comes in every morning. And we got Josh, Bud, and Seth, and Kim Wells. And, you know, Kim Wells is just one classy guy. And Jack Frizzell. But you know what I wanted to say? Big Rapids Pennzoil. And I don't mean to be smart, but, you know, they are good advertisers. They've been with us since the start. And I don't know if people know they sell not only oil, but they sell tires. And they sell a lot of tires. So if you need to get tires done and you need auto work, go in there and see the Zach Mann. He's an auto doctor of Big Rapids. And then if you need insurance for that automobile, you might want to go and stop and see Seth Winger. He's on Baldwin. He's in Baldwin at the old Osceola Bank, but he's also on Perry Street here in the Osceola Bank. And one of our new sponsors is 911. That's Joe. And you know something with 911, if you have any kind of damage, whether it's smoke, water, I don't care what it is, your wife kisses you the wrong way in the morning, go in and see Joe and say, Joe, I got a problem. And he's got one guy working for him I play euchre with on Saturdays named Jeff, and what a nice guy. He's got a good operation there. Also, we do Gilbert's. They're one of our brand new, George and Tom Gilbert, and they did my carpeting. I think they put in there about 37 years ago. They did the installation. I don't know if they were selling it yet, but they are just a great operation to buy carpeting, tile, whatever you need to buy. Then we have Benton Baker. Benton Baker. I'm sorry, guys. I drive Mercedes. I've been driving them for 60 years, 50 years. And I'm sorry, but you go in there and see Mike McNally and his team. And then if you build a house, you want a house, you might want to go in there and see DW2 Drywall and see Dale Whaley, the Whale Man, and he will take care of your drywall, all your needs. But you know something, Pat? I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. Every morning I get to go to Curries. I get to go have a coffee with all these guys I mentioned earlier, and there's more than that come in. We probably have 15 guys come in, and I have my spot. Everybody has their spot at the table. We rub the rock, the Petoskey Stone. Fred Gunther built a building, and we all thank gosh we were alive and we were well. But then, the one place I want to say I'm so blessed. I went into Curries yesterday, and people don't probably know this, but I think, and I'm Doug, I love you, and Roxanne, I love you, and I love all you people, Zotz, and I love Schuberg, but I'm just going to tell you, if you had a Curry's burger, I had a hamburger, but I have a Curry's burger that's with cheese, the Curry's burger with cheese, and I'm going to tell you something. I just can't believe it. Melts in my mouth, and I actually had 2 yesterday. They were so good. I just could not believe it, and if you want potatoes along with it, whatever you want with it, a salad, whatever you want with it, he'll give it to you. And this morning I had egg. I had an egg and a couple pieces of toast. Lucy, I'm not going to have cereal this morning, but thanks a lot for having it ready for me. But I'm going to tell you something. If you need that stuff, go to Curry's. They got the best, Hooked at Curry's, the best restaurant in town, I think. That's where I've been eating a lot of my meals, but Lucy's been cooking a little bit. But I also think that if you want to buy their gas, they'll sell you the gas. And at my age, they always pump my gas for me, check my tires. It's just like an old man going in there. I can't open the gas cap with arthritis. But I am so proud, and not because he's sitting here with me, but I'm so proud to have Pat Curry as one of my friends. I'm blessed. He's such a great guy. And then his son Matt is he's not. They haven't broken the mold yet. But the main man I met years ago, back in the early '60s, was Rich. And I went to the Elks the other night to play in the Curry's Comfort Zone. I came in third, by the way, and I almost won the most loners. But I think of this all the time because Rich Curry was in there, and he kind of mentored me around. Mm-hmm. And I'm right now the third oldest member at Curry's at the Elks. It should be called the Curry's Elks because Rich was very active in there, very, very active. Norm Mason and the Adrians. I mean, these are the good old days. And when I say the good old days, that's what I mean, the good old days, Pat. So what do you think?
Well, I think you're doing a great job this morning. I tell you. Well, no, that's great. You know what, Pete? You deserve the time. You're 86 years old. You don't know if you're going to make it till tomorrow. Neither do I.
I don't know for sure.
You know what? You're an inspiration to us all. Now, enough suck up to everybody. We have lost a lot of good people. And before I go into Toby Keith's song, I just want to touch on somebody that you probably remember. What's that, Bob?
I'm just going to let you know that we have 19 studio albums, 2 Christmas albums, 5 compilation albums, 40 million albums total, and he charted 61 singles, including 20 number 1 hits and 22 additional top 10 hits.
And I said 32, so I was not too far off.
So does it say which one was his biggest hit?
Didn't say.
I think
this had a bunch of number 1s. So.
I want to be a cowboy. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we're going to play that song. But I think the one that has been sought after the most and repeated the most is Don't Let the Old Man Get In. I think that has more hits on it on the internet than any other song.
Why did you let me in the front door this morning, Pat? You said don't let the old man in.
Don't let the old man in. The old man was there before I got there. That's why.
I was, and I already had my eggs and toast.
I know. Hey, do you are you on anything right now?
No,
you're not. You got off everything.
I got off everything. Well, I'm on a what do you call blood pressure?
Oh, no, that's not nothing.
No,
I mean, but you're not on any
pain pills,
cocaine, or
no. I don't take any drugs. Yeah, no, I won't. But if you want me to,
extra?
I can. I'll give you some.
There's market for that over on the east side there.
Not even a gummy, huh?
Yeah, I don't even. Well, I got some neuropathy gummies, but
hey, turn behind you. You got a special guest here.
Oh, there's a FedEx guys.
They
listen to us all the time.
How do you know UPS guys don't?
Well, I don't, but the FedEx guys came to my house and said, we wondered where you were because we miss you on the radio and we listen to you all the time. Coming down from Cadillac.
I think
that makes you feel good, don't it?
I think Jim Doyle's out there tuned in.
Yes.
Jim Doyle.
Have you seen Jim Doyle, Bob?
I haven't seen him lately, no.
You should get on his health program. And not saying you're overweight, you're not.
On it, yeah.
He's been on that for about a year, and he's slim and trim. Does a good job, and so is that.
Yeah, it's better than getting a shot in the stomach.
Hey, there we go. Well, I just mentioned you guys on the radio. Here comes the FedEx man.
Yeah,
and what is your name?
Terry Cook, sir.
Terry Cook?
Yeah, I know Terry. Yeah, we pulled him out a few times, right?
Yes, twice.
And did you listen? Are you listening to us on the radio 103.9? Well, I just mentioned the FedEx guys coming down from Cadillac, and what did he do? He got so excited, he dropped the package off, and he's now on the air. Would you like to say a few words?
I would not, but thank you.
There you go. See you, Terry.
Thanks for coming in, Terry.
Yeah, good people.
Yep.
Yeah, it's America. You know, the best Americans are the ones that are working out there, you know?
Yeah.
And,
well, I'm not working, Pat, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
I didn't say you were a best American.
Yeah, you did. You said that this morning.
Oh, God love you. But anyway, where was my train of thought?
We were talking about Toby.
Toby Keith.
Yeah. Along with Toby, we've lost a lot of great Americans. I mean, he's just one of them. Mary Kay Bookie. Do you remember?
Oh,
Cliff
yeah.
Bookie?
Nancy Bookie was her mother, and Cliff. Cliff was her dad. Worked at Central Citizen State Bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Citizens,
Sure.
Yeah. Cliff was a little fella.
Yep. And you knew who they were part of the Baker family, Dave Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Kay, I think, graduated in '63.
Probably right around in there.
But I
think she was a cheerleader.
They were very loyal to my dad on the corner at State and Maple for a lot of years. That we pumped his gas and Mrs. Bookie's gas, and he was just a real nice person. When Cliff Bookie, he was the start of the Carl.
Yeah. He was.
Him.
Yeah.
They lived over in First Ward, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah. He probably had his suits done by you.
Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. The Bookies came in the cleaner, sure.
Yeah. The other one we lost was my good friend Arnie Lovelet. You know, I know we talk about a lot about this, but every week we should talk about it because it might be the last day we talk about it.
Yeah.
And that is Arnie. He was just in the station a week or so ago and got a brat, and we chatted for a little bit, not knowing that would be the last time I'd see him.
Yeah.
And yesterday, my neighbors out the lake there, Jim Courtwright and his wife, gave me the news that he wasn't doing too well, and he had right in his plans that you don't hook me up to a machine to keep me going. And he died peacefully yesterday in Grand Rapids, but Arnie was one of those guys. He was a truck driver by trade for years and then retired. And the Lovelet families had a cottage out there on Town Line Lake for many, many moons. And I don't know if anybody didn't like the guy. I mean, I think he graduated in 1965 from Big Rapids High along with my sister Nancy in that group. What a great group of people. But the older you get, the lesser friends you have, and I call Arnie a friend, and I've just lost a friend.
All my friends. Well, you know something? I want everybody to say a little prayer this morning for Bill Torrey.
Yeah.
He's got cancer, and he's being operated on early this morning. That's Jane Torrey's husband. They live out of Chippewa Lake. And I want to say God bless Linda Lau and Gary. They both are not in well shape. And you know something? What a great guy Dan Spadowski. He took Gary Lau down to intensive care yesterday to see Linda. And, you know, we got such nice people around. I know that when I had my niece, when I couldn't get to the car, I had 2 or 3 guys from Curries help me into the car. You're one of them, but they helped me right into my car and take me home. And, you know, we are blessed in this town to have people that really care. And it only happens in a small town. And, you know, I think, just like, I'll tell you another person I failed to mention, I wanted to mention was Kathy and Greg Adams. They have the new vineyards, the winery, Stonehouse Vineyards, and they are going to be having food here in the spring. And if you haven't been out there, you're missing a real treat. And if you go out there, tell Kathy, I'm not buying, she's not buying, but just tell Kathy you know Pat and Pete, and you listen to the Pat and Pete show, and she might give you a spoonful of wine for free. I'm just talking a spoonful. Not talking a bunch. Bob, you go out there? Have you been out there? Huh?
A wine appetizer.
Yeah. Are you an alcoholic, Bob?
No, I'm not. No.
Do you drink at all?
Occasionally. Very occasionally when I'm not driving, which is never. So.
I asked an alcoholic one time, why don't you go to AA and try to quit? And he goes, look at me, Pat. Do I look like a quitter? You know, he wasn't a quitter, so.
That's kind of
you know.
By the way, we were talking about food. And Chris Long, of course, who's on Monday morning here, talked yesterday, raved about Lucy's chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup. Oh, yeah. She makes great. And I want to rave. He took me out to dinner or lunch. He came to my house a couple weeks ago, and Chris said, I'm going to take you on a little road trip. Now, listen, I just had knee replacement, and I couldn't even ride in a car, maybe from my house to Curry's house, and it pained me. I didn't go down there and I got curry shake. I couldn't go down there. But I'll tell you one thing, he came to take me out, and I finally talked him into taking me to the Blue Cow.
Okay.
And so I went in there and ordered a ribeye. Well, I didn't get a ribeye, but I got a New York strip.
Oh, there you go.
And I want to tell you something. I'm going to go back Friday night with 10 people. That was probably the best New York strip I ever had in my life.
Good, yeah.
So when
and
you
right
talk about, right here, shop downtown Big Rapids, and when you shop, we got such good food places in town. People don't realize you can get the food at the gas stations, you can get the food at the food places, you can get food from the food trucks. Yep. But, shop Big Rapids. That's the only thing I'm saying. You can go down in Carlene's and get great fudge, great ice cream. And so just, shop locally. That's the only thing I'm saying. Buy locally. Don't go. Everybody says, well, I'm going to Grand Rapids shopping. Why? Why are they going to Grand Rapids shopping? They spend all this money for gas, and they got to gas up at Curry's and get the gas to drive down there.
Nothing wrong with that.
And drive back, and it probably cost them $50 to drive back and forth. They probably got a gas guzzler like me.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat, it's up to you, Papa.
Well, thank you, Pete. Are you done?
I'm done, Pat.
All right, I won't interrupt you. But anyway, I was going to touch on the same thing. Bill Torrey, keep him in your prayers. I'm sure he'll be successful this morning with all your prayers out there.
Amen.
Linda and Gary Lau, we go way back. Every time I think of Gary and Linda, I think of my mother and dad. And the reason I do that is because they were very dear friends. They went to St. Mary's Catholic Church, and after Mass every Sunday, my mother would have those two over to my mother's house for breakfast. So therefore, we started a great relationship that is still going on to this day. Gary was a magistrate. Prior to that, he worked for the Sheriff's Department as a deputy and took care of the east side of Mecosta County for a lot of years, did a great job there. He made great relationships with people. I don't know of anybody that he ran into that didn't like him. Gary was stern, but yet he had a mild manner to him, and Linda the same thing.
You know what Gary's doing right now, don't you?
Interruption.
I'm interrupting.
Go ahead.
But you know what he's doing now? God's helping hand. That's the kind of guy he is. He gives, and that's the kind of guy. Like you guys, you give so much.
I was going there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Pete, I'm not no young chicken.
You're 70 years old, buddy.
Let me roll, and then when I'm done rolling, I'll put a big period on your head like you're whatever, and I won't say because I don't want to discriminate.
But we say
anyway,
103.
I want to talk about how Gary,
we say 103.9?
he was very much involved by giving back, and he was a great magistrate. He used to stop in the station in the morning on his way to be a magistrate. He gave back to Big Rapids in any way that Linda and him could. Linda was a cheerful lady behind the post office desk for many, many months.
And you know her maiden name? Cruz, C-R-U-Z, Cruz, Linda Cruz.
That's important.
That's important. That is
anyway,
important.
she had a stroke Sunday. They rushed her to Grand Rapids. She was in ICU for over a day. Dan Spadowski did take Gary down there yesterday, bless his soul, but that's what we expect from Dan. He's just like his mother and dad, good people. Anyway, he took his good friend Gary down there. She's out of ICU. I think she's in recovery. But they said it was due to stress. And the woman loves her husband, and he's been battling cancer. And again, our prayers and thoughts go out to Gary and Linda and Bill Torrey and all the rest.
And Linda Loud, let me just tell you one thing. Linda makes the best 7-layer cake.
Not right
Listen, she makes the most beautiful desserts you've ever tasted. And guess what? She hates desserts. She won't eat them. But she makes them for Gary. And that's why Gary, and I'd go over there. I'd put on a little weight just looking at that cake. I didn't even have to eat it. I just looked at it. But you hit it right on the head. Gary and Linda Lau are just class acts.
Okay. They are, for sure. Now,
what else are you going to speak about?
Well, I was going to, you got to let me roll.
I can't let you roll, buddy. You can't. We just got to interrupt each other.
I'm not interrupting you. You go ahead.
No, I'm done. What do you want to talk about? Schools a little bit? You want to talk about the
Randy
schools?
Vetter for a minute, but I forgot what.
Well, Randy Vetter, what do you want to talk to him about?
I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk about him.
His wife, Shirley, teaches at the virtual school,
Yeah.
and she's one of the best teachers there. She's a parapro.
I ain't talking
Love her to
about
death.
his wife. I wanted to talk about Randy Vetter.
Why?
Because I finally had something positive to say about him.
What?
I can't remember. You interrupted me.
So it's not that important.
Scratch that.
That wasn't that important.
Oh, boy.
Randy, we're sorry, buddy. You're not that important.
I'm glad you two love each other.
So now I'm done talking about Randy. I want to talk about Seth.
But now who's running for county commissioner? We got some people running for county commissioner.
Carmen Bean.
Carmen Bean, who's he running against?
I don't know.
You know.
I don't.
You sure
But I know I was going to talk about Seth Winger. You never brought his name.
I did too. I did too.
he?
Did I? said, yeah, sure. I said Seth.
Well, you're
and I also got Seth coming in the
smoke so much I couldn't see the fire.
And I said, coming in the restaurant every morning. He comes in about 3 days a week, 4 days a week. He's in our stock club. And what a
how's that
nice
going
guy.
for you?
Well, it's doing well, and you're in that stock club too, buddy. So we're making money.
I'm not in it.
Yeah, you are. We're making money. We're
Are
making
you?
money. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
it
yeah.
up?
We're up about 25% this month.
I heard you talking to Randy Bleeker yesterday.
Well, Randy Bleeker calls me every other day. He's down in Florida.
you guys are the
bought a
money
little
man.
condo.
Money
And there's
man.
another guy that is carrying so much. He's like God's helping hand. He is God helping hand. He helps everybody.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Kyling, Linda Kyling.
Yeah.
He helps her all the time. He goes
helps
out
Sandy,
there. Yeah.
too.
Oh, helps everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, when he needed a little prayer, everybody prayed for him, and he had an aneurysm.
Yeah.
The aneurysm was at a 5, went up to a 6, and they operated, and he was in such pain for about a month and a half. And he had his operation 3 days before I had mine, and I want everybody to say a good prayer for him. Mm-hmm. So another guy like that is a Jerry Scobie. Jerry Scobie is another guy that's just doesn't say much, but when I couldn't get out there, he snow raked my roof. He blows the ladies, widowed ladies in our neighborhood.
He does?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's such a great guy, Jerry Scobie. Yeah.
What's he blow?
He's got a snowblower.
Oh,
Snowblower, Pat. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. There ain't no snow out there.
Well, we're lucky today. It's 47 degrees, or was yesterday.
Okay.
So we're supposed to have good weather today or tomorrow and the next day, but I don't know. I like this. Well, I could go with this weather all year round.
Pooski Day coming up.
Yep, pretty quick. And where are we going to buy those at?
Well, Jack's Bakery down here on North State, right around the corner. Jack and his wife are doing a great job. You know, I like them too. They not only promote their own business, but they go around our
Promoting
other
everybody
businesses.
else.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And Bob didn't even buy us any poochkies or whatever. They didn't buy us anything.
You done?
No.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you go.
You go
Well, you
ahead.
only got so many minutes left. I got probably seconds, but you got
No,
minutes.
I don't have. I'm the one that has seconds, pal.
Well, anyway, Jack's Bakery is going to make. I think it's his first year making them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
We'll
sell.
pick some of those up on a Tuesday morning. If he's got them ready on a Tuesday, we'll bring a few.
Well, I think it's a long week that week, and he's going to be up. He's up day and night anyway. But I don't know how the guy does it. Well, I used to do it when I was younger. I can't do it anymore. But unless I got some Crown and Water with me and Jim and
there
Doug.
you go. With
Well, you're going to be in
Poochie's
Florida
Crown
next
Water.
week,
Jake.
Bob. You're being in Florida next week. When are you going to buy?
No, not till March.
Okay.
No, I'm in the doctor's back and forth
all right,
with my
okay.
pacemaker now. So
You guys done? Let me know.
Well, how's your pacemaker? pacemaker doing, Bob?
It's keeping the pace, I guess.
Okay, good. Pat, what do we got?
Well, we should take a Toby Keith break on a few responses.
I would think so. Then maybe I can say a few words.
Yeah, I think so.
This is Pat Curry's show, Hooked at Curry's. And when you want a good sandwich, go to Pat Curry and say, Pat, give me one of those big hamburgers you make, and I want to try. And you know, it's all 100% ground round. It's good beef, and he gets that locally from Peterson's. So he's not only helping Peterson's, he's helping Curry's, he's helping Joe that cooks them, and people are standing in line for those hamburgers. I'm telling you, and cheeseburgers. Okay. But I get mine with a little mayonnaise and ketchup and cheese, pepper jack cheese.
Toby Keith, I love it.
And it is really good.
Hit it, Bobby.
Yeah, here we go.
Go for it.
I love this bar.
That in and keep it legal. So we're going to take a quick break and come back with some more on Curries.
All right, you bet, Bobby. Take it.
It's 2 after 9 o'clock.
Gilbert's Carpex Plus, color time. Stop and shop with us for a while.
For several years now, Gilbert's Carpets plus Color Tile, along with a host of local businesses, have saluted veterans and first responders by giving them a new floor or room makeover. Well, now Gilbert's wants to take it a step further by honoring our local veterans organization. For 2024, the Red, White, and Blue Salute will pay tribute to our area's American Legion, AMVETS, and Disabled American Veterans posts. All will be honored, but based on your voting, one will get new flooring. These organizations do a lot for our veterans, and it's hard to keep their facilities in top shape without the ongoing monetary help of their members and friends. So Gilbert's hopes this will make this one aspect of new flooring a bit easier. Nominations will run during March, with voting April 1st through May 10th. The winner will be announced on May 27th. Area businesses have always joined Gilbert's in this honor, and if yours would like to be a part of making life better for our veterans, be in touch. And to all of our veterans, again, we say thank you.
Gilbert's Carpex Plus, color time. Stop and shop with us for a while. Gilbert's is there for you.
Dale I've known for many, many years, and I tell you what, when somebody needs some help, he's there. Just like your typical Mecosta County resident, Dale Whaley is a good American. So if you're ever looking for a drywaller for free estimate, call Dale. I'm telling you, you're going to be happy with his work. I have recommended Dale to a lot of people, and you know what the greatest compliment I've ever gotten is thanks for sending Dale. He did a great job for me. Guy's just fantastic. Just not only is a drywaller with DW2 drywalling, but it's just a great person. It doesn't hurt to have him come into Curry's either. There's just so many good things about Dale. He's just a great American, and give him a call, DW2 Drywall at 231-679-0475. That's right, 231-679-0475. Dale Whaley is DW2 Drywall. Greatest guy on drywalling end of it.
Sounds from your car or truck mean something. Don't ignore them. Thousands of miles over what that little sticker suggests? Get it in to be seen. With no appointments needed, Big Rapids Pennzoil and Auto Repair can get you in and seen right away. Oil changes, new tires to full auto repair. Big Rapids Pennzoil makes it easy and tops it all off with a free car wash every time. Local service from local people. That's the Big Rapids Pennzoil difference. Pull on in, you'll see, and you won't hear that sound anymore. 710 North State Street, Big Rapids.
I'm Seth Wenger from Wenger Insurance. For more than 100 years, we've been providing professional service and competitive insurance to West Michigan. Come visit us on Perry Street in Big Rapids or give us a call at 796-0778. We're here for you now, and we'll be here when you need us most. 796-0778.
All right, we're back here at
We
5
are?
after 9. Yeah.
Wow, that was great to have that much support out there.
Yeah, we got more coming up. So
Oh, we
that
do.
Was, that was
yeah.
half of them.
Well, let's move right along, though. But before we go any further, I want to play another Toby Keith. Let's play that. I want to be a cowboy. Should have been a cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy. Huh?
That was a great one. I think that we were all growing up. This is what we wanted to be.
There you go.
Bob, you know what? That song was a wonderful song. And he said Gene and Roy. You know who that is? Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. Mm-hmm. But do you know who Gene Autry's horse, you remember what his horse name was?
Well, Roy Rogers was
No,
trigger.
I asked you. I didn't ask you Roy Rogers' horse. I said, what is Gene Autry's horse?
Oh, man. I don't remember.
His name was Champion.
Champion. Okay.
Yeah, and you know who wrote his... okay, I won't even go with that. But that was Champion, yeah.
Gene Autry owned a lot of radio stations.
Oh, yes, he did. He was, he owned a lot of property out in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
He became a billionaire.
Yep.
Back when billionaires were millionaires and billionaires were millionaires, yeah. But that was a good one. And I want to compliment you in your bathroom. It's not really good, Bob. It's not really good. Are you getting it clean?
I just had a pacemaker put in. I can't get on my hands and knees and do scrub work.
Right.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So you know what?
Does it still hurt?
I get a gimme here.
I thought the pacemaker was put in 3 weeks
21 minutes left.
Okay, go. You got some stuff
Give me a
you're
couple
writing
minutes
down.
here. All right. I just don't want to forget Gary Rasmussen. I graduated in '72. He passed away here not too long ago.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
Rasmussen's families are they are the first ones to start, I believe, sold dish.
Network, the TV stuff.
Satellites.
Satellite,
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting old, aren't we?
Was that in relation to Orville?
Yeah, brother.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah,
But anyway,
gotcha.
condolences to the family. Gary was a great guy. He was just a great guy. That's all I'm going to say about him and his family, all of them. The other one that just passed is Michael Ellis.
Mike Ells?
Yeah. Mike
Did
Ellis.
Mike Ells pass?
Yeah. He
I did
passed
not
away.
know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Great guy,
I did not know
he's
that.
just one of those great Americans.
Super
That
guy.
whole
Always smiling.
That generation is passing now. It's their turn to go to the other side.
He was a lot younger than I, Pat, so don't be saying that, will you?
Well, there's younger people dying too, but I'm just telling you, he came from a great generation that mentored a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I just want to say, I put it on the sign, and my condolences to the people out there, his family. And he coached Little League, I remember, back in the day, and he gave of his time. He was a teacher at Ferris for many years.
Sure. Had a son ran around with my boy.
But I just scrolled through some of the nice things that people said, like Julie and Don Mullins. They were in the station, and they told me that he had a brain bleed. He was in Grand Rapids and wasn't looking too good. So we put him on the sign there, and a lot of people commented, and there are just too many to mention. But one sticks out in my mind. It's from Chris Venix. Chris was from over on the east side of the state, and gotten very much involved in raising his children here. His wife's a teacher down at Morley Stanley.
He's on the school board with us.
Yep. And he's probably your best member down on that school board.
He was appointed. He took over Paul Tushy's place.
Well, anyway, Chris said he's a great dude. He taught me a lot while I was pursuing my degree, and then supported me while I started my career. What a tribute.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did that for more and more people that we'll ever know.
You're
But
right.
Chris, thanks a lot for saying that, because that sums him up, his life. He really dedicated to his students, took them home with him, and mentored them. And again, we call him a great American. Anyway, then Richard Berger, he was a good Catholic man. He loved to hunt and fish. He just passed recently too. He's a great guy too. He contributed a lot of people love the guy.
Richard who?
Berger. I called him.
I thought it was Bellinger, but it's Behringer?
No, not Bellinger.
Okay.
Berger.
Behringer, okay.
Great guy from Stanwood area,
Okay,
but
all right.
he also went to our church. He was a humble guy, but just a great guy. I'm sure he's in heaven. Great guy. But anyway, getting back to Toby Keith, it is his hour today, and along with all the great people that have gone with him as we speak. But I love that song that I play every morning. Bobby, you got that on there?
Yeah.
Let's throw that out there and play it, okay?
All right, here it comes.
Thanks, Bobby. Be unpredictable. Disasters can strike when we least expect them, but don't worry, help is just a phone call away. Introducing 911 Restoration, your trusted experts in restoration services. They understand the importance of customer service during challenging times. 911 Restoration will put your worries at ease. From Everett to Grand Rapids, they're there for you. Call Joe, my friend, a local Big Rapids and Army veteran, at 231-287-6076 to experience their customer-friendly service today. That's right, 231-287-6076.
All right. I thought we had more, but all right. Yeah, we'll be talking about it.
Well, you know, Pat, he's making a little coffee action for he and I.
Yeah.
We're going to drink a little coffee, but, you know, I'm going to tell you something. All our sponsors are doing such a great job for us, and we acknowledged them all. And, you know, he just mentioned the drywall, Dale Whaley, and Benton Baker has done great. Cart Gilbert's, 911, no, Seth Winger, and Big Rapids Pennzoil. But, you know, we want to thank them, and we really appreciate the positivity that you're a sponsor with us, and you spend all that money here at the radio station. You could give us a little, maybe, I don't know.
All right,
I better
that's
not say
good.
that.
We only got so many minutes.
No, you don't. What are you going to say?
I'm going to interrupt you for a minute.
Go.
I want Randy Vetter brought this song up to me, and it's a good song. I want everybody to listen to the
hold on,
words.
because I'm not finding it.
All right, well, just take your time.
I don't know if I have it.
Well, Randy Vetter doesn't bring any good songs up.
Not normally.
What's the name of the song, Pat?
Every town needs something.
Every town needs something. What is it, Randy?
Nema
Give me a
House.
clue. Nema's house?
I don't know.
He what? Is he on the phone with you?
Somebody better send me a message. Oh, by the way,
I
I've
got
been
four
hacked.
here. Marry
I've been
Me,
hacked again.
Beer Can't Fix, Look What God Gave Her, and Die a Happy Man. So
Thomas Rhett. You
Yeah.
got all of them on there?
let me try without the H.
Yeah, try it.
Well, no, that's all it comes up with. Hold on.
It's RHETT.
It's on there. It's a new one.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody will call us in and tell us. I don't know.
They don't know the number. What number
Richard
are they call?
Richard Long's out there. I know he is. He knows every song. He should call us. Doesn't do anything else but runs around the parking lot at Walmart. Nice guy. But anyway, he always carries
Very
groceries out of
complimentary,
Myers.
Pat. Very complimentary.
But anyway, Randy, he wants us to play that song, and I don't.
It's going to take a bit here.
Oh, that's okay.
All
Take
this
your
album.
time. Don't stress yourself. But anyway,
Mama's house.
I've been racing horses ever since I was 16 years old when I first got my first horse from Ken Ferris over in Everett, Michigan.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Ann Leiter, which was Phil Hatchew's sister, sold me my first horse right up on Misiola Road, her and her husband.
Yep.
Ann was a great horseman.
I
Yeah.
made a lot of money off your horses, Pat.
Well, anyway, I've had many, many horses, and I've had a few good ones. I've been blessed. But more importantly, I've met the nicest people in the world in the horse business, all the way from Toronto, Ontario to Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, down to Pompano, and that's closed now, too. It's kind of a slowly dying sport, you might
They're
say.
turning them into gambling casinos and slots machines.
It's all about money, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what's sad about our
Yeah.
society. It's all about, I want more money. Why don't you live within your means and just enjoy life? Look at the dirt and put on a seed in there and make it grow. But we seem to always want more and more and more, and the casinos have taken over the dollars. But I remember back in the old days when there was Hazel Park, Roverine, Northville, Sports Creek, Saginaw Valley Downs, Muskegon Racecourse.
Jackson.
I remember when there was one up in Escanaba. I can't remember the name of it up there, but they also had one up in UP. But
Jackson, Michigan. You
Jackson,
forgot that.
yes, yep, thank you. Jackson, Michigan was a Par Mutual racetrack. So we just closed the last one of all the Par Mutual tracks. The last one was Northville Downs, owned by the Carlo family. Great racetrack right down there in the middle of Northville, Michigan, and they're going to develop it into condos and shopping center. Good luck to them, because I tell you, their roads are so narrow down there. I don't know how the hell they can take care of the population.
Do you remember what happened in Jackson, Michigan, between me and you? What happened?
Oh yeah,
I went.
That's when we
Pat
first
was
got our
running.
first
Pat was
race.
running a horse,
Yeah.
and this was about 25, 30 years. It's a long time ago. And he said, "Don't bet on that horse until the last minute."
Here you go, Bob.
And the horse went off 30-1 odds. I bet $50 on it.
Thank you,
And
Randy.
dropped it down to 3-2.
Thank you, Randy.
So what was the name? Randy text you?
Mama's house.
Mama's house.
You know it?
I have it.
Yeah, he's got it, but we'll play it in a little bit. But anyway, Northville, not so many great people, and it's kind of ironic and a blessing. Marilyn Brewer Batera and I grew up together in the business, and she married a great guy. His name's Rocky Batera. Tougho Italian.
Yep.
But anyway, they've always had really good horses, and Friday night they raced two of their mares. I only have two, and they won with both of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a bittersweet ending for them, eh?
Yeah.
But Saturday night was the last race. I put it on Facebook, and just sad, you know. Like I said a few years ago to Marilyn and Rocky, I said to them, you know, it's sad because our my kids will never see what I seen growing up in the horse business.
Well, you have to go to Chicago and Canada, or where?
Yeah, or Indiana and Ohio, which
Indiana
I don't like going down there.
Yeah.
I don't really care to go
Where
there.
is it, Cincinnati?
No, Columbus or
Dayton.
Dayton,
Yeah, okay.
And then Hoosiers in Anderson, Indiana. I like Chicago. I have a good friend, Jim Eaton, down there. Great trainer. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's done a lot of good for the
How about
Gilberts and
Canada?
myself. Pardon?
How about Canada?
Greg McNair and Susie up there, they take our horses when they're good enough. They're top trainers. He's gotten a lot of awards up there, made millions and millions. But more importantly, they love the sport. They live and die it. I mean, it's not just 5 days a week. They work it 7 days a week, and there's just thousands of people that do that. I don't think the governor here in Michigan and the people behind us all failing is they understand the impact, the economic impact that the horse business had, but they're going to find out, and I guess they just don't care. But it's just too bad because there's a lot of families that make a living that they're going to have to move out of Michigan now. So talk about industries. Wow. But just for shits and giggles, I'm going to talk about the Schuberg family.
Okay, it didn't.
I got a little story when I was a kid, 16 years old, driver's license, right? Well, old man Carl Schuberg, and I say old man with no disrespect.
He's a little bit older than me.
Carly's dad, Carl, he had Shy, Carl, and Carly, and John. John pursued the horse business and very successful out of Saline, Michigan. He got his education, I think, out of Central as a teaching degree. Taught down in Pompano, found out he loved the racetrack better than he did the classroom, and pursued that and did very well. But anyway, back in the day, I was a youngster working for my dad at the gas station, and Carl hired me to take him to watch Noxella, which was one of John Schuberg's better horses ever. And we all loved her. She's just a beautiful black mare. Won a lot of colt stake races with him. Anyway, moving along, I will. Carl says to me, he goes, here's money for taking me. And I can't remember what it was, $20 a race or whatever. And I said, no, you don't have to pay me. And I was telling his son John about it. And I said, John, your dad keeps on trying to give me money. Take it. Take it. He's got it. He goes, he appreciates you doing what you're doing for him. So I did. I didn't get rich, but by God, the old man took care of me, fed me every time we went, and had great conversations with it. The other guy that I wished I had a recorder in the horse business was Shy Schuberg. Shy, he raced a little bit back in the day, but what stories he had on the horse. But I can memory is kind of fading on me, but I should write it all down or record it. But anyway, horse racing.
You could write a book.
Yeah, I should have. But the horse racing has been good to me, and like I say, I thank God for, and I'm very grateful for the days I had with it. And I know I'm boring you folks out there.
You really are.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'll stop right now. But anyway, hopefully we'll still have it at the fairs if there's enough people left in Michigan. Once again, I want to thank every one of you, and there's just too many to mention, that text me on my messenger that I've been hacked. I'm very sorry that I have been. I apologize for the inconvenience. But I don't know who these
Nothing you can
scammers
do
are.
about it. It's,
I know, but why do these scammers do that? You know, I mean, Dan Spadowski came up. He was the first one said to me, you know, that Jim just called and said, "Hey, Pat's been hacked."
How do you know you've been hacked? I don't even know.
Because
how
I'm
you
not.
know.
I'm
Everybody
already,
gets friend requests on
and
Facebook.
I'm already a friend with them.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. They get another one.
And my
so
good
when you take that, then it goes through yours to somebody else. So it spreads. So I don't know what they.
What happens
get
if
out of
I
it.
accept somebody who's been hacked? What
then
happens?
Then you get hacked.
So, the same person gets hacked?
Yeah, so if you accept a second friend request from someone, then you get hacked.
What happens to? What do they do to you?
I don't know. You know,
take all your money out of your account.
Well, they could. And, they may learn something or can access your pictures. I don't know.
Well, my good friend Buck Harrison was the second guy, and then it goes on and on and on. But I do appreciate you guys. And then somebody text. I'd have to look on it again, but it doesn't matter. There's a way you can stop that. So I'm going to try. It's a blue ribbon thing or something, a blue dot thing.
Well, there's another.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's another. Pay for this, pay for that.
Oh,
everybody wants to make a buck on it. So
yeah,
I mean, best thing is to throw the phone in the river, but nobody can do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, moving right along, I want to dedicate this song to all of you people out there listening. Thanks to Randy Vetter. It's a beautiful song, and listen to the words by Thomas Rhett. All right, Bob. I was out getting coffee.
Well, I want to say, I want to
just
say,
met Pete.
Okay.
Can you play it one more time? I didn't.
No, I don't want to hear it again. I don't want to hear it again. I'm sorry.
No repeats on this day. All right.
No.
Pete, go ahead and brag about your public.
Well, I want to say
great
last month they elected me president of the school board for the second time, and I just want to thank our board for that. And I want to wish Deb Tyson, I think she had a shoulder replacement, and she went in and got that done. And then I think she may have been a little allergic to some of the medications, so they had to redo something. And prayers out to Deb, and I think that everybody should maybe say a little prayer for Deb, and I think she's coming along fine. And I'd like to say to my daughter, I went to the school I try to hit all the schools once every quarter. And I went over to Brookside yesterday with Kara Schaefer. She's principal. And then I went over to see Riverview, which was Renee Kent, my daughter. And she had a little birthday action Friday. And Pat put her on the sign. We got a lot of people saying happy birthday. But then I went over to the bus bars. And, I just can't believe how swell and how oiled. We as a school board only have one employee. That's Tim Heist. But he has everybody else. But our school system, people don't realize it just runs so smoothly. And there's problems. Yeah, there's a couple of little hiccups. But, for having all the students, we have 2,600 students, you're going to always have a little hiccup. But I would just like to thank all our administrators, our teachers, our custodians, our parapros, all our support staff. From me as president of the school board this year, thank you for such a loyalty and so loving your kids and teaching your kids. And Pat, I'm not going to say one more word, not one more word, because I think they're going to play return to center and about ready to leave.
Yet.
I got to go to the doctor, Pat.
Goodbye.
Well, I got the car.
I want to congratulate Danny Lejeune over in McCosta area. He works for Benton Baker at Baker Auto Group now, Lenny.
Well, yeah.
Bowled a 300 last night, I see, and he went on his first flat tire race.
That's pretty good.
Congratulations, Lenny. Yeah,
really
300.
Good 300.
Yeah, I got his first one.
I bowled a 3 one time. Is that any good?
I want to congratulate Tim Sack. He went on his first bike ride. Can you believe it, this year?
Wow.
February, what is it, the 6th, 5th? Yeah. And he's out there riding a bike. Good for you, Tim. Just so many great things are going on. But again, lost my train of thought. Bob, you want to bring it up to speed here?
Yeah. Great.
Well, I'd like to say...
tomorrow morning at 8:30, we're going to bring in some interesting people. We're going to have a little sports show.
Okay.
Sports talk show tomorrow morning. Wednesday it is already, middle of the week. Tried to do it a few years ago on another station.
Okay.
Didn't quite work out. But we're going to bring Brian Miller in tomorrow, along with our first guest, Jason Kostecki.
Yeah.
He's a coach here at Big Rapids High School. I think he's a JV coach. And then I'm bringing in Brennan Walsh, the hero of this year, Coyotes. Reed City Coyotes up there. He's having a hell of a year this year.
They'll come down after you.
I think they're leading the league. I think they're leading the conference.
We'll bring them on and have a nice... And then Brian Miller's the head of all the stats.
Okay.
That he'll be bringing in, and I'm sure he'll be talking about hockey. His boy's doing really well in that with the rest of the company.
That was a great week last week when you had everybody in. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're going to have to do that again. Little Beckett there, Goldthwait, should bring him in with Brian's kid, just to have a kids' day.
We had so many, and we couldn't give them all the time we wanted to give them,
Right.
The
hour goes fast,
It does, yeah. Well, it was an hour and a half last week. So
it goes by fast.
So tomorrow will be a sports show. The next week we can't because I have to have some oral surgery.
We don't have to do it every week, but I think it'd be kind of neat. These kids have to be showcased.
Because there's all you can talk about is baseball. We're going to talk about the Tigers.
Right.
That would be it.
Right.
So,
Right. So
we'll figure it out.
We'll have some fun and some humor in it. And I know it'll be fun.
Okay. Okay. Return to center, Bobby.
Okay. Well, I got one more before we do it.
That's
one more
right.
Toby Keith, which I picked out, and I think is good.
Want to be a cowboy.
Close it out as we close out Curry's Corner here on B1039.
All right,
Bob.
Bob.
Up our Toby Keith tribute.
Really. Well, he was an icon, that's for sure, and they'll be talking about him for years on, as they will in this town about others that have passed. Just recently, we've lost a great gal here, and I didn't want to forget tribute to her and her family, Lisa Schuberg. Wayne and Anna Mae Schuberg are the parents. You ain't going to find better people than Anna Mae and Wayne Schuberg. Just, there isn't anybody. Maybe close to it, But these two people are just so generous in their lifetime, and they had 4 beautiful girls. And unfortunately, as God would take them, they lost 2 of them, Leanne and now Lisa. So keep Anna Mae and Wayne in your prayers. They just don't deserve it, to have to go through what they're going through right now. And I just feel so bad for them. Just wonderful, wonderful people. But keep them in your thoughts and prayers. On the good side of it, Jack's Bakery, I was talking about them a little earlier. We're going to be selling some of their products here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Pooski Days coming up, and we'll have them over there. And also, I'm going to start selling their strudels.
Strudels.
Yeah, I had Penny stopped in there Sunday and got the cherry one. The grandkids come over on Sunday for breakfast, and God, they went over great, and they're very, very good. He puts great cheese in there, and the cherries, oh my gosh, fresh. So I told him, I said, let's bring some of them over to Curries, and we'll sell some for you over here. So if you don't want to drive to Jack's and you're on the other side of the river, stop in, and we'll have them here shortly. Nice. I'm going to stop on our way back through right now and pick up blueberry, strawberry, and cherry.
There you go.
So I got 3 different kinds, and he said they're ready and hot to go.
Let's go.
So they'll be good.
Let's go.
All right.
Turn to center, Bobby.
Yeah, Pete's got hemorrhoids bothering him, so we're going to get out of the studio. He's worse than Jen, isn't he?
Oh, man.
I love Jen. I don't know about Pete. But anyway, take care, and God bless.
All right. B1039. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.